of my teachers at my yeshiva decided to introduce me to his rabbi, who was one of the big gedolim in Yerushalayim, someone who's regarded worldwide as a posee. When he talked about the specific prohibition in Torah, you know, against anal sex, and he wanted to make that very clear to me, and when I told him that I did understand that and that I did not have anal sex, he was a little perplexed. He said that, "And what is the problem? So you don't have sex with men?" And I said, "Well, I do, but we don't do that." And it was like, I mean, this is a gadol, you know, learn it in Torah, learn it in so many worldly facts as well. But he suddenly was at a loss. He didn't, you know, that was gay sex as far as he knew. And he said, what else do men do? What else is there to do? And so I described, you know, the kissing and hugging and mutual masturbation and the oral sex. And he didn't know what that was. And when I explained that to him, he really was confused. And he said, why would a man want to put another man's shmeki in his mouth? And I thought it was such a foolish question. I said, well, why would any man want to put his penis in a woman's vagina? And you should have seen his face light up. It was like I illuminated something new from that. He learned something new. He said, of course, he said, it's a taiva. He says a taiva doesn't have a reason. There is no reason for a taiva. A taiva is an urge, you know, and it's an illogical urge that all of sex is a taiva. It doesn't have rhyme or reason to it. That what a gay person does or what a straight person does or wants to do, it isn't logical. It's something, you know, brought down from above.
Lo tov hayot adam levado. It's not good for the Adam creature to be alone. Human loneliness is the first problem. It's the first fly in the ointment of creation. It's so clear that human beings need each other to grow, to self-discovery. I mean, through my relationship in this amazing, you know, newfound love, I'm finally seeing myself so much more really than I ever have before, and it's demanding and a little threatening and wonderful, you know, to say, oh my gosh, that's me, because you see yourself in your partner's experience. You know, you see exactly who you are, and you learn.
Having followed a path that I thought was the most preferred halachically, hashkafically, which any religious person was telling me, whether it was a rabbi, a rebbitzin, teachers, religious therapists, was, of course, the goal is to get married. Right now I'm feeling, the pain for me now, a lot of it is the pain that I've caused my husband. The entire Torah is here to teach us that man and wife come together and become one. It is a very strange thing to be wired a different way where that just does not happen. That lie of that marriage, the depth of it, that's the part that hurts the spouse. There's a lot of ways for lesbians to survive in a marriage within the Torah framework. From the onset of a woman's period, at least 5 days, and then at least another 7 days, where her husband cannot touch or even pass things to each other, and not sleep in the same bed. It's one reason my marriage worked for so long. It's within a Haredi framework. Yeah, I was unable to cope, to even fix meals would be some days so big. Like, how can I possibly do this? Just get the food on the table and respond to the children's needs. And then to respond to my husband's needs were beyond, it was like, that was the point where I knew that this is just way beyond what I could possibly handle. I tried negotiating with my husband and just said that I decided we just have to have a platonic relationship. And I think the rest of our relationship would be better. He wasn't open to that at all. I started taking antidepressants, and I think that's the only way that I'm able to continue my marriage now. And I feel awful with myself that I can't have more compassion for him. Because if I have more compassion for him, that forces me to do something that I just can't do. Part of me just sometimes wants to go home and just say, this is who I am. I really, no matter what I do or what you do or what I say or what you say, there's a certain point where you just, this is who I am. He doesn't want to know because it's, what does that mean for him? What does that mean for his life?